Hi guys, this is Simi here. I hope all of you can hear me. Today we are going live to talk about the subscriptions. And before we actually get into the subscriptions and while we wait for everyone to join, including Amrit, I just want to talk about what DIY itinerary is and then we can get into the subscription. So, hi. Um, as you all know, we make itineraries. Amrit and I are travel influencers. We've been traveling the world for the last 4 to 5 years. And every time we take a trip, it's very rare that we've gone over budget. Mostly, we are always under budget. And this is due to extensive planning. And with DIY itinerary, we actually want to share that with you. So, I want to take a minute to actually walk through what an itinerary looks like. Let me just open it here on my iPad. So if you see, this is a chair itinerary, and with each itinerary you actually get stay options. So all of these options are mentioned in each of the pre-made itineraries with the links to book. So do you see click here? If you just click on that, it will take you to the direct booking link for that particular stay. Post that, we also have a day-by-day schedule, and for each day-by-day schedule we have the time, what is the activity, what the cost is going to be, and how to get there, and also our recommendation. So if it's a hotel or a place to eat, we'll give you recommendations on like what is good to eat. If it is like a shopping place or a place to see or like some nature hike or whatever activity, we'll always recommend what are the things to do. And for each day of the trip, we mention that. Now, what we'll do here is I'll just see if Amrit has joined and I will invite her in. Amrit, can you send me an invite to add you? And this is good. This is like, we don't have any set things that we want to talk about, but if you guys have any questions, please put them here so I can. Why is this not letting me add? So we can answer them. Accept. Until then, all of you, please put in your questions for the subscriptions. Hi, Amrit.
Hi, Simi, तेरा camera टेढ़ा है.
Yeah, because I want to do it टेढ़ा.
But then the thing that you were showing the itinerary, that you need to make sure that it was ulta. Itinerary जो तूने दिखाया उल्टी थी.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is there anyone So, okay. By the way, this is Amrit. She is actually the one who does the itineraries, who does the research.
Hello.
She plans my trips also. I am just the person who talks to all of you. So she's the reason I actually had an amazing trip in Egypt. I sent all of you an email today. So many of you responded back saying that we've been following the stories and absolutely loved it. So thank you. I responded back to all of you. In Egypt as well, before we actually get into the questions, in Egypt as well, I remember we reached Hurghada and Rajat was like, I want to go scuba diving. And I was like, chalo research. He's like, chalo dekhte hain kuch. I was like, Arey, Amrit has put that in the itinerary. Let's take that. So we just opened the itinerary. We clicked on that link. We spoke to that person, booked the scuba diving, and next day we just went for it. So it was that convenient. Okay, Amit, can you see the question? There was one question here. Sorry, guys, I'm going to be tilting because my phone is tilted. Okay, so first question is there anyone is there any one-on-one support after purchasing the itinerary? Yes, we offer post-purchase support. So what that means is, let's say if you've taken a 4-day Goa itinerary and the theme of that itinerary is Goa beyond beaches. So if in case there's some activity you don't like or the stays are sold out of your budget, you're not liking them. If you have any questions like I'm coming from train, how do I take a cab from, let's say, the train station to the place that I'm staying? All of this we provide on WhatsApp. The only thing in a pre-made itinerary is we will not change the document for you because that's a lot of work. But on WhatsApp we provide one-to-one support. Again, we once you place the order, you can just reach out either on Instagram or WhatsApp. I'll send you a small form where you can put all of your queries and we'll assign somebody to answer all those queries. Amit, is there anything else you want to add because you're the one who actually answers these queries?
No, so like a lot of people reach out after like purchasing the itinerary that they could not find, like the stays were sold out for their dates. So I provide specific stays to your dates, to your budget, to your like number of people visiting. Everything will be provided to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah. So even though it's not a custom itinerary for stays, we do understand, like, everybody's visiting on different dates, and the stays that we mention are very limited, so we provide that for free. Now, any other questions from anyone? Okay, so there is no live support, right? We send queries, and after a while someone might respond. Usually we take a day or so and we have a chat over WhatsApp, so it is technically live support, we just don't do it over the phone. It's over WhatsApp. I mean, would you like to add anything to that?
No, like you said, like we take a day or two to reply, but it's
Yeah.
not like if you want to call, then maybe based on my availability, I would take a call with you if there's a bit of misunderstanding between the WhatsApp chat. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah. Usually people are okay with WhatsApp, like they'll schedule a time, or Amit will drop a message that I'm about to pick your query. Is there anything that you'd like to add? Because a lot of times people fill forms and, let's say 2 hours later, you're still kind of going through the itinerary and you realize, oh, this is also what I want to ask. So Amrit will usually drop you a message before she actually starts working on your query, that is there anything that you'd like to add to this, or is there anything else that you need clarification with? So that is done. Just give me 1 second. Guys, please don't, Rajat, please don't open my door. You left it open. Yes, sorry about that. Okay, we have some new questions coming in. I hope I didn't mean phone support. I just meant if we're on a trip and need some guidance, would we get live response on WhatsApp or not? So, in my experience and the 1600 plus customers that we have served, once someone reached out to us on a live trip, but the itineraries are curated so well that nobody has ever needed to actually kind of get in touch. And we don't provide live support, reason being we don't work weekends and pre-made queries are picked up in a certain manner. So we don't have people assigned to it every day. They're picked up every other day. So somebody may or may not be available, which is why we recommend that if you're taking an itinerary, whether it's a pre-made one, whether it's a custom one, plan for it in advance. Yes, things may happen during your trip, but in the itinerary itself, there are multiple alternate options. We have other things to do, other places to eat. There'll be alternate options within the day-by-day schedules itself. Amit, would you like to add?
No, in case like if you're on a trip and you really need to know some information, you can definitely WhatsApp us. And if I'm available at that time, and if it's not a Sunday, then I do usually reply. And like Simi said, one out of like 100 or two out of all the customers might reach out on a trip. And like today someone did reach out on a trip there in France. They wanted to know the timings for a particular place, and I was available, I was looking at my phone, so I did reply. So I mean, if you really need help and you want to just like message and ask, you should go ahead.
Yeah, but this doesn't mean that you don't go through your itinerary before you plan your trip, please. Because it's just
Yeah,
the two of us, we work full-time jobs as well. We need our Sundays, we need our time to relax as well.
true.
Would you do a custom itinerary if I mention specific requirements like budget for my stay, places to visit? Yes, we do custom itineraries. We definitely do them. Although my recommendation always is that if we have a pre-made itinerary for a particular place for the number of days that you want to go for, get the pre-made itinerary. We can provide customization on top of that for a fee. The custom itinerary may be a little more pricey, so we can work out like what works for you. Usually, if it's just stays, that can be provided for free as a part of the purchase pre-made itinerary. But if you want to go for a custom one, like that's totally up to you. Uh, okay, I don't think there are any other questions. Okay, now I'm taking questions for the subscriptions. So if you have any questions regarding the subscriptions, I'll just walk you through what the subscription actually is. So after having sold, I don't know, thousands of pre-made itineraries, a lot of people started asking us that, is there a way where we can see multiple itineraries and then decide where we want to go? Specifically, let's say I've decided I want to go either to Kashmir or to Northeast. Now we have three itineraries for Kashmir and three for Northeast. Like, which ones do I choose, right? And listening to what is there in the itinerary from me will only help you so much. So what we decided to do was come up with a model where every month you're able to view a particular number of itineraries, look at how much it will cost you, look at the types of stays that are available, do they work for you, how you can get there, what are the activities to do. So you'll be able to actually view the whole itinerary and then eventually decide on whichever place that you want to go, and then you can keep that itinerary, you can download that itinerary. So that's essentially what a pre-made subscription is. Basically how it will work is that you pay for the year. So for the whole year, every month you will get access to certain itineraries, you can download whatever you like. This is the first launch that we are doing. This is actually our first official launch, first time we're coming out with subscriptions. So we may tweak things here and there, but the intent is for you guys to have a wonderful time because so many of you have asked for a subscription, and I really want that, you guys are able to plan your trips. You don't have to come and talk to us over and over again, because I know, you know, you guys might message, then I reply, let's say 4 hours later, or then you message, then I reply instantly, then you're not available. So it kind of becomes a lot of back and forth. And especially given that we're Indians, a lot of us are indecisive, we change things, we don't know what we want. So having a pre-made subscription is really amazing. Like, I'm going to take an example of a family trip that we are going for towards the end of this year. We started talking about it in June or July, and it took us like 6 weeks to kind of finalize a destination. And before finalizing a destination, I actually went through probably 4 or 5 itineraries, Amrit. And
Yeah.
every time I would say, Amrit, please, ye hamare liye bana de. Like, can you tell us what can we do? So just having that level of support made me realize like how important it would be, or how valuable it would be if people could see the itineraries beforehand. And the prices are very nominal. Like, it's literally less than 1,000 rupees. Like, the total cost will be less than 1,000 rupees a month. So it's very, very nominal. For the launch, we are also giving away, for every order, one free custom itinerary, which is worth 6,999 of up to 7 days. So if you buy on the launch day, which is 14th of October 2022, which is my husband's sister's birthday and also my best friend's birthday. So if you guys buy on that day, you get that bonus. Currently, the subscription is only open to the waitlisters. So we have about 200 people on the waitlist that I've been emailing back and forth. The first link will be active only for them, and we have only 20 spots because, as I just said, this is the first launch, and we want to kind of see that we're able to give that service to everyone, and then maybe we launch another one this year. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, if we don't fill out the spots, then we'll open it to everybody else, but the spots are limited. Do you guys have any questions about the subscriptions? I don't see any questions coming in. Amrit, do you have any questions you want to ask, or that you think people may have regarding subscriptions?
Maybe. I mean, I can ask a few. So, Simi, how would subscriptions actually work? As in, I pay you, and then will you tell me the itineraries that I can view, or I can pick any itineraries from the ones that are on your website?
It'll be a mix. So you can definitely get in touch with me. Just give me 1 second. The door is open. Sorry. Yeah. So how it works is you can either pick and choose which itineraries you want to view, or if you want help, I'm there to kind of have that conversation. But essentially, there's a little surprise also, which I hope it will be ready next week. Or can we tell them about it, or should we wait?
We should wait, because we shouldn't
Okay.
act so fast.
Okay. So hopefully you guys will be able to yourself search and click on the itineraries that you want to download or view for that particular month, and then tell us which one you want to download. But it's up to you. Either you can pick the itineraries you want to view, or you can ask me that this is the type of trip that I want to do. What itineraries do you think would be nice for me? So I can give you a few options, like I do right now, even in DM, right? Even for a pre-made itinerary, if you get in touch with me asking that this is the kind of trip I want to do, this is my budget, this is the month that I want to go with, these are the kind of people that I'm traveling with, I'll give you a list of 4 or 5 itineraries. So can work either way. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, so when when you say view the itinerary, I can go through all the stays, the links, I can click on the links, I can do everything, I can calculate my budget, I can see all the places to visit. I mean, I will have the right to decide out of like the number of itineraries that I view which I want to go for.
Yes. So the
Okay.
way right now, if somebody comes to me is how much this itinerary cost, I can actually open the itinerary at my backend. Obviously, I have access to unlimited, but subscribers to the pre-made subscription will have access to view 7 itineraries every month.
Oh, great.
Again, this will be a mix of either India, just India, or India and international based on the pass that you choose. There are two types of passes that we'll have, and yeah, so you can choose whichever one you like. In the first launch, I'm pretty open to suggestions. Like if you guys face any issues, or you think that the itineraries that you've seen are not enough, or like you want more, you can just reach out to me. This is the first launch, so I'm very, very open on making changes. I'm not like very rigid, and I think Amrit seconds that as well.
Yeah. I think there's one question. How long will the itinerary be valid for? I think the question is like
So
when we start viewing, like let's say I viewed 5 itineraries today, then will I still be able to see all those 5 for the entire year, and how does it work?
So essentially, what we are thinking of right now is that if I click to view one itinerary today, it'll be open for me for the next 10 days. And I can choose to, pick or not from that, whether I want to like get that one finally or not. Like this, you can view 7 itineraries. Now I know 10, usually few days is enough for you to decide the budget. Hoping 10 days will be more than enough for you guys to figure out your budget and plan the trip. But yeah, either 10 days or 30 days. That we will have to see. But essentially, we want to start with 10 days for each itinerary. And then you can pick which one you want to download.
And my other question is, will this be for India and international both itineraries, or just India itineraries?
So this will be based on the pass you choose. We have two types of subscriptions that we're coming up with. One is just the India itinerary. So if you're a frequent traveler who doesn't go abroad, who's just based, likes to travel within India, you can go for the India only subscription. If you're somebody who kind of does a mix or goes abroad like a couple of times a year, you can go for the one that has both the itineraries.
Okay, great, great.
Are there any other questions from anyone else?
I have one more question. Will the users get post purchase support in the subscription?
Yes. So it's for one itinerary a month. So essentially that's 12 itineraries throughout the year. Now I know everybody doesn't travel every month, so you can kind of rack that up as well. So every time you're traveling, you decide, once you've decided which itinerary you want to go for, we can provide the same support that we provide for the premium itineraries. So whether you want more stays, whether you want a little help trying to figure out, like let's say you picked an itinerary that's for 9 days. So let's say the 9-day Vietnam itinerary, but you're planning only to go for 7 days. So as a part of post-purchase support, we do kind of help trying to identify what are the things that you can skip and what are the things that you should do from the itinerary.
Oh, great, great, good.
Okay. Any other questions?
I think I
Usually we
am
have
done with my questions.
yeah. Does anyone have any questions regarding subscription, regarding itineraries? It's 7:20. Sorry, I got a call in between. Yeah. I guess no one has any questions. Also, we have a lot of people new here, so let's just end this. It's about 7:20, 20 minutes, I guess, we've got. Why does somebody writing something? Okay, so last but not the least, I think I'm just gonna say Friday we are launching subscription. So if you're already on the wait list, you'll get a link The waitlist subscribers can purchase until the 18th of October. So wait for the waitlist exclusively for waitlisters. It closes on 18th of October. Post that, if we have slots left, we'll open it for everyone else. If not, we're not going to open it for everyone else. But yeah, I guess thank you all for joining. Thanks, Amrit, for taking some time on Sunday and joining
There's
us.
Simi, there's one really nice question. Do you also provide
Hmm.
locations for pure veg restaurants as they are hard to find in certain locations, example Goa? We actually do, and I've had a lot of custom itineraries where people actually are pure vegetarians, and even they, like some of them, even consume Jain food. In Vietnam, I
Yeah,
went to like, imagine if you can find a Jain food restaurant in Vietnam, you can definitely find it anywhere in India. And we do make custom itineraries for people with like special preferences uh,
yeah.
regarding
We've
food or
had
like
people with disabilities. Yeah, we've had people with disabilities, as Amrit said, with food. Like Amrit and I are both vegans. I went to Egypt as a vegan. That's like a hardcore non-vegetarian country. So if we are able to do it, you guys will be able to do it. We definitely provide that. You can go for a customized itinerary. Um, Dietary recommendations, stays, like if you want homestays, if you want villas, you want apartments, we do all of that. If you want to travel just by yourself, like take hikes on your own, that's also possible. Contact details of local transport, local taxi people, buses, how you can take public transport, like all of that is mentioned. Honestly, if you go to our website, go to the FAQ section or the page called The Concept About Us, all of this is mentioned in that as well. So if you want like more details, there's also a sample itinerary on the website. So if you go and you search for sample, you'll be able to see that. Sorry, Amrita, I cut you in between.
no, I was going to say the same thing.
Any other questions coming from anyone?
You were also mentioning about like disabilities. We
Yes,
also
yes.
do accommodate that, and there was one family who had come for a custom itinerary. One of them was on a wheelchair, so we made a custom Turkey itinerary for them. We made sure that all hotels have wheelchair access, all rooms have wheelchair access, all tours allow wheelchairs to get on the bus, or like taxis to have wheelchair provisions. So
Yeah.
everything is provided to them.
Yeah. And not just that, like if you have any other requirement, I remember there was somebody who came to us, I think for Vietnam or Thailand, I don't know where they ended up going, but they just wanted unique stays. So for their
Mm.
whole trip, we found
Yeah.
unique stays. We found, stays that like not hotels, but like really unique stays, like those tree houses and like igloos and stuff like that. So essentially what we're doing is we're doing the research for you. So let's say a person like me who one hates doing research, loves traveling, third doesn't have time to do the research. I don't even have the patience to do the research. It's perfect for me because I can just go on the website and search. This is what I want to do. This is the month that I want to travel. This is my budget. This is the kind of vacation that I'm looking for. So there's a filter called mood where you can pick, like sightseeing or like offbeat or like touristy, adventure, beach, and yeah, I have the itinerary in the palm of my hand in like 2 minutes. Once you place the order for a pre-made itinerary, in 2 minutes it'll reach your email. So it's perfect for me because in my last 3 days in Egypt, I was already thinking about where I want to go next, and brother was like, "Chal, me abhi ye trip to khatam kar le." So it's actually perfect for me because I love traveling and I just think of traveling all the time, but I don't like to plan. I don't have the time to plan either. So yeah.
Someone is asking us how come you have 96K followers but only 20 plus viewers. Are itineraries, especially subscription model, really useful slash helpful? So
Well, firstly, I want to answer that question of why 20 people. So I don't know if you all know how we got to 96,000 followers. It was through a reel that got viral. And I guess in the travel industry, people mostly think that, bloggers will provide information for free, and which is great. But I feel like also when we also go to other blogs to see that information is not accountable. So we are providing a service. Probably that's when I guess it's a Sunday people are enjoying. So I mean, I'm
also,
I'm more interested in the 20 people that are joining than the other people who are not joining or like not watching this video. Like you guys are more important for me. So, and what was the second question?
Are the subscriptions really useful slash helpful? So i- if you're a traveler and actually, see, you're a traveler plus you travel a lot. It's not for a person who travels once a year,
Yeah,
because then it
no.
won't be worth the money. And we are not people like we help plan trips essentially so you can save money, right? So we are not someone who will let you buy a 9,000 or a 10,000 yearly plan just to take that one trip. We would instead say like go for a custom itinerary. So if it's useful slash helpful will depend on if you take at least 3 trips a year or more. We have a few people on like who take pre-made itineraries every month because they do
Yeah,
travel every 2-3 months. So it's useful for them. And how it's useful is because they are not able to decide where to go every 3 months, so they can just go buy a subscription, view at least 6 to 7 different destination itineraries on our on the website, and then decide on their own. Instead of asking us what the budget is, they can calculate themselves, they can view the places, they can click and see the reviews of those places, and then they can decide. So useful and helpful will really depend on who you are as a person and what are your goals with travel.
yeah, absolutely agree. Like if you travel once, even just twice a year, I will not recommend subscriptions for you. Like people will come to me for a custom itinerary. If I have a pre-made itinerary, I recommend that because it's not worth the money to go for a custom itinerary. Like if you have a budget of 50 or 60,000 and you want to go for a custom itinerary, it's totally not worth it. Better to go for a pre-made itinerary just because one, you're already on a budget. Secondly, a pre-made itinerary will suffice. Secondly, a subscription is only for very, very particular people. So one for somebody who travels at least 5 to 6 times a year, at least like minimum 5 to 6 times a year. Secondly, it's for people who maybe travel in large groups a couple of times a year. So let's say 3 times a year if you're going out with family or with friends. You can get it, especially if you're very indecisive. If you know what destination you want, you don't have to go for a subscription. You can get a pre-made itinerary right off the website. So the pre-made itinerary is for very, very particular people. People like us, like who travel a lot, like every other month.
Yeah,
How many trips have you taken, Amrit, this year?
I have taken 1, 2, 3. I've taken 4 and I have 3 more left.
Okay. Should I also count? So I've taken 4, I have 3 more planned.
Yeah, same.
That's
So
7 times a year.
yeah, so maybe we should buy the subscription plan for ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we
Was
both
there any
already
other
know where
question?
we are going. No, I
Yeah,
don't
we
think
already know.
so. Yeah. Cool, it's almost
Actually, ये
7:30.
मुझे भी नहीं Yeah, मेरे को भी नहीं समझ आता why like very less people join, but like it's okay if somebody doesn't want to watch, like I respect that.
Yeah, and honestly, like I don't know. I don't even consider myself an influencer, to be honest. Like people,
Yeah, yeah.
I
Even
mean,
I like I agree. Like मेरे को बहुत और लगता है जब कोई और बोलता है खुद को बोल सकते हो ठीक है. Like there's no other way how to identify like that you have followers on Instagram. What
ha,
keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated? Amrit, what keeps you motivated?
trips,
Somebody's asking. Trips.
traveling.
Ah, for me, like I can't sit idle. So after my job, I need something to do that's constructive. So helping someone plan their
I
trip
know.
is
Yeah,
nice.
me too. I helping like either help planning a trip because I'm virtually somewhere else, or on a trip.
Yeah, I think that's what keeps us going. What else? So we have another couple of minutes. Like I'm going. Is there any last questions from anyone? भाई ये जिसने भी क्वेश्चन पूछा है ना कि कितने like हम why only 16 people, this is a person I'm sure who wants to say I've been to 160 countries in 160 days. Also, our itineraries are not for people who want to visit 10 countries in 10 days. Like, if somebody comes to me like in 9 days, I want to visit 5 countries, like I like this is not the place for you.
Approximate pricing for the subscription model.
Okay, so the pricing is 8,999 for India only itineraries. You'll get access to about 70 plus itineraries in that. If you were to purchase each itinerary, it would cost you 70,000 rupees, like 75,000, maybe more, because itineraries are up and down, but on an average. And for the India and international one, it's 13,500 for the year. So in that, you'll get access to 160 itineraries. So the if you were to buy each itinerary individually, it will be 1,60,000 rupees. But for the subscription, you get it for 13,500, like 13,500.
Thank you so much. Someone saying I can relate this to my class. Viewers will come and go. Your work is on another level. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like every day there'll be one or two people who come back from their trip and message like, that this was amazing. Like that's what actually keeps us going.
Yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
and and this is a side hustle for us. Like it's not our main income stream, so we don't do it for the money. If we wanted to do it for the money, the itineraries would be way more expensive.
True.
Because the amount of time we put and the amount of money we get out of it is like poles apart.
Guys, honestly, Saturday, Sunday तो मतलब भूल जाओ रह गया हमारा.
Saturday, Sunday, like I sleep every day at 1 or 2 in the morning and I'm still like doing something, talking to people on Instagram, like in the DMs. Like I get probably 100, 200 DMs a day. Talking to people on DMs, on WhatsApp, replying to emails, making sure like the website is always up and running. Like there are so many things and the amount of money we get in place of that is like, poles apart. Especially given the expertise that we have, but that's okay. Not everything has to be about money.
Yeah. Someone's question was protein powder खाने से constipation क्यों होता है? Someone
यार
actually.
ये ना होता है नहीं ये होता है मुझे भी होता है if I have more than 2 scoops a day. I took 8-hour classes on Sunday today. I relate much and your page is always on a roll. Miles to go. Thank you. Agree.
Thank you.
I've taken an itinerary recently for Ahmedabad and it was very helpful, especially the food places to check. Food and sales,
Oh,
I guess people really
Nitya,
love.
thank you so much. I spoke to her a lot. Nitya was on a trip and she has a lovely voice and she's such a
Oh,
nice person.
yeah. See,
नित्या अपनी
people
मम्मी को
are
ये रिकॉर्डिंग दिखा देना प्लीज. आंटी समझ
हाँ,
जाएंगी.
so sweet. Chalo, 7:32. Are there any other questions, Amrit?
No, I think I asked all my questions.
Okay, great. All right, so guys, if you have any questions, DMs are open. I respond within a few hours, unless it's a Sunday when I want to take a break. But I still respond. I have responded to every single DM that I have gotten till date, whether it's 1,000 DMs I get in a day, whether it is 10 DMs I get in a day, I respond to every single person. You don't have to purchase an itinerary from us. If the free content is helpful, go for it. If you have any questions regarding like places we have already visited, reach out to us. Yeah, you want to visit the website. We have a lot of blogs, free blogs that you can go through. We have few YouTube videos also. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like I want to start posting more. I'm thinking of doing a whole series for our Egypt trip. I recorded videos in a way where I can do YouTube videos, like edit them and post them. So please go follow our YouTube channel. It's Life with the Singh Sisters. I hope we're just at 575, I think, subscribers. I started posting a little bit there. Please go follow us and yeah, see you guys in the stories or in reels and like support us.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for
Chalo,
joining.
bye. Bye. Have a lovely Sunday, guys, and I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Bye bye.
Bye.